Patriots hoping to return to the practice field on Wednesday in preparation for the game. Now, again, this issue is something that stems all the way back to the Kansas City game where the league forced the Patriots to play on Monday night, just days after Cam Newton returned a positive test. After that, Stephon Gilmore tested positive, another practice squad player, and then another test this past weekend, causing the postponement of the game against the Broncos. Greg Bedard on his Greg Bedard Patriots podcast told us that he believes this could have been avoided if the league had just been a little bit smarter about this from the beginning.
The NFL, like we talked about before, had the benefit of time and planning out of all the leagues. And what kind of plan did they come up with? It was, we're going to do the same crap that we always do. Like, screw a pandemic. Nothing affects the NFL. We'll be fine. We'll do that. Well, I mean, it's just the height of arrogance. Like, did they really think, Nick, when they sat down and they planned this, or watching what's going on with all these other leagues, did they really think they were going to just skate through the season, all 16 games? And I mean, that's the way they planned the whole season. Like, I would have done, and I put this in my column at BSJ, I would have sat down and I would have said, look, every single professional sport has had to change. Everyone's schedule has changed. They've all given away revenue, TV revenue. Baseball shrunk down to 60 games. NBA, whatever they ended up playing in the bubble, the NHL, same thing. If I were the NFL, I would have been like, all right, let's be pragmatic about this. Let's cut this down into portions. All right. First of all, what we definitely need to try to do is get the division games out of the way as soon as possible. Just so when it comes to the division, if we end up having playoffs, at least we'll know which teams from each division are the best. We could just go with 2 teams from each division. Get the divisional games out of the way. Get the one intra-conference by seeding. So for the Patriots, it would be the Texans and the Ravens this year. Yep. Add those to the 3 divisional games, and then have sort of, boxes of 4 games. 4 games, bye, just in case something happens. 4 games, bye. And then if you get to it, you play the other division. So it's the AFC West, like the Broncos this week for the Patriots. If you get to that, you get to that. But everybody plays 12 games. There's 3 byes built in. And what I also would have done was I would have said, for this season, we are eliminating the bye week. Because, Nick, what have you heard about? Well, we can't add a week 18 and week 19 because, God forbid, the number 1 seed is off for 3 weeks, which the Ravens did last year to themselves. And so you eliminate the byes this year. You go to 8 playoff teams in each conference because we're not going to know who the best teams are. Let's make it a little bit more of an open tournament for this year. And then so everybody's playing every week. Everybody's on the same playing field every week. And did the NFL do anything close to that? No. They just went with 16 games, full playoffs. We're going to do what we're going to do. And it's just stupid.